What is this, steam engine?
A little steam engine, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Bill has a lot of goodies here. The fluorescent radio is a transformer for it right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Television service. I'll tell you, if I had the space, I wouldn't be getting rid of my stuff. I'd love to get.
I'm gonna have to be selective because I have limited space and.
I live in a mobile home now, and I don't have the room for any of this stuff.
Oh wow.
And the museum up in Windsor. So, just to keep track of this. Jeez, I just noticed that the thing was correct. Is there any interest in the Lyric chassis? Alright, because it's going to go into scrap. Like I said, the stuff that doesn't sell here, I've got to finish working on this building, and I can't work around this stuff anymore, so what doesn't go will get broken up or go into transfer station, unfortunately. So there's no interest in the Lyric, not even in the knobs. Okay, in the dial cords. No interest in the dial cords. Okay, what about this metal TV, RCA? The CRT tester. Okay. The tubes. Any interest in the tubes? I'm talking about all of them in this location. No interest in the tubes.
I'm interested.
Okay. What would you donate for the club for the tubes?
All the tubes? 30.
30? Okay. Anybody else have an interest in the tubes? Alright, tubes. First floor, and that's Carl. 30. Okay. Any interest in the radio and TV knobs? The potentiometers? No? Okay. That's it. Let's go upstairs, second floor. Any interest in the picture tubes? All the CRTs you see here have been tested good. They're all okay. Service life that's left, I can't really vouch on that. Any interest in any of the CRTs? No. Okay. Any interest in the RCA? That's about 1930. It's a 1934 record player, radio. The components are here. Is there any interest in this piece? No interest. Okay. Any interest in the turntable?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want a turntable, right? So $10 on the turntable. Okay. So turntable. Second floor, Lee, and that was $10, right, Lee? Okay. All right, very good. Any interest in the test equipment and the hand tools in this suitcase? Okay, no interest. All right. Any interest, and you can't see it, I'll turn it around, but is there any, this is a Majestic. Majestic, you can see this is going to be a baffle. This is doors, 1930 Majestic cabinet. Unfortunately, I do not have the chassis for it. It's a pretty piece. Is there any interest in this? Be ashamed to break this up. Okay. Very good. The tube tester. That's behind Bob. Tube tester Hickok. What interest is there in the tube tester? Carl?
Yeah.
I've got somebody that's interested in the tube tester that's willing to pay 75. Do you have that much interest in it, Carl?
No, that's about where I bought the last one at, so I think I'll hold off on that.
You'll hold off on that. Okay. Any other interest in the tube tester? Okay. Again, unfortunately, I do not have the guts for it. Any interest in the Philco cabinet? Okay. The fan. The fan's got a switch problem, I believe. Heater. Okay. The two tube caddies, they're empty. One, the Zenith one, was for the bicentennial, 1776. Any interest in those caddies? All right. You've got two Stromberg-Carlson chassis, both with tuning eyes. The cabinet for one of them is actually over here. Record player, radio combination. I forget which one, but I have all the guts for it. Turntable still in place. Is there any interest in the Stromberg-Carlson? Okay. Let's see. Boss drill at. See, where's the switch? Where's the switch? It's been used maybe a dozen times. I just charged the battery. Any interest in this? The Bosch? Okay. In the CRT tester here? Any interest? Okay. These are just Sam's late 40s. A couple of these were not included in the library sale that was up in Westford. These are kind of loose strays. Any interest? Okay. Any interest in the Simpson multimeter? Okay.
I'm mildly interested.
You are?
Yeah.
All right. What would you donate to the club for the Simpson?
10? $20.
Okay. Anybody else have an interest in the Simpson? All right. Simpson 260. Carl, $20. Isolation transformer. Signal generator. No. The tubes here. Any interest in the tubes? $5. $1.
Yeah.
Carl?
Yeah.
What would you donate to the club for the tubes?
Can we do 20 and include this box here?
Sure.
This one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody else? All right, so tubes. Go ahead. Carl. Second floor. Tubes. As well, right? Okay. Interest in the fan, the wiring, the braiding, the battery set faceplate. Got a crack in it. Any interest in that? Okay. The True Tone. This set has been restored. It's got continuous tuning. This is a restored cabinet for it. Is there any interest? Okay.
Channel Master ad,
Oh yes. Is there any interest in the Channel Master banner?
5.
Anybody else? All right. So George, Channel Master. Ad or banner. George 5. Okay. RCA Blondie. Any interest in this? The set has not been touched. The picture tube is good though. No interest. That's too bad. Similar, Crosley, 630 chassis. Any interest in this? Picture tube is good in the Crosley. No interest, okay. Faceplate for battery set. Dresner Radio Manufacturing. Any interest in this item? Okay. Behind George is a Tombstone RCA. Is there any interest in that?
This one here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob, you have an interest in it? What would you bid?
10.
10. Anybody else have an interest in the Tombstone?
20?
20. Okay. You know, everybody saw that there are two of them. There's one in the other room as well. There's two Tombstones here. All right.
Okay, we're bidding on one or two.
You're bidding on just this one.
here.
All right. So 20. Bob, did you want to bid any more?
Maybe 25.
25. Nick, did you want to go more than 25?
I'll go 30.
30. RCA Tombstone. Bob?
That's all right.
Okay. So Nick gets it for 30. Okay. The Admiral. The Admiral set. This played about 8 years ago. I haven't put it back together. I haven't played it recently. Is there any interest in the Admiral? No. Okay. How about the Pilot TV 37? Has a weak CRT. It's been restored. Bill here restored it. Any interest in the Pilot TV 37?
20 bucks?
A guy, George, can you go more than 35? Because I've got a fella who was here a couple of weeks ago, expressed interest and said, I'll pay 35. Can you go 40?
Sure.
All right. Anybody else? All right. So, George, TV 37. That's a good deal, George.
Always wanted one.
Yeah. All right. So, 40 bucks. George. 40. Okay. There's a dud 3KP4. You'll take that too?
Sure.
All right. RCA. Matching stand with the set. Any interest in this? Okay. Spartan. Chassis and speaker. The cabinet was messed up, but it's got a tuning eye. Any interest in the Spartan? No. French radio advertising sign, $1.
Can't beat that, right?
I don't know what else to do.
How,
Okay. Top loading VHS player, Fisher. Any interest in that? Okay. Well,
the Model 82, is that
the Model 82 Atwater Kent.
unrestored?
Unrestored.
Untouched?
Untouched. Bob?
10.
10.
25.
25 from Nick. Anybody else?
30.
30.
40.
Okay. 40, Nick? Okay. Anybody want to do more than 40? All right. AK 82. Nick 40. Okay. Very good. Television analyst, B&K. Any interest? Cathode beamer.
Got the socket for testing a 3KP4 that I modified. That's all been restored.
Yeah. George, what about it?
Also,
Come on, George, I don't want to take this to the transfer station.
yeah, you got to take it off our hands.
George, it'd be a shame to wreck this.
10 bucks.
10? Okay. Anybody else? All right, cathode. Beamer. 10. And that's to George. All right, how about the ICO scope here, the 430? Any interest? No. Not today. The RCA volt ohmist?
That works.
Come on, $5 at least.
You have the probe?
You know what? If we look
no.
around,
I don't think that has the probe on it. It just had to use regular leads on it.
Okay.
It works fine. Matter of fact, it takes 4 9-volt batteries to run it self-contained. The batteries might have to be replaced, but that's it.
any interest?
All this stuff was in my shop.
Yes, this is Bill's. Any interest in the volt ohmist? Any interest in the
That's a 35.
battery eliminator?
That's a 35 amp continuous power supply to run 6-volt DC car radios. And that's a HP 410C VTVM. Works very well.
Any interest? All right, well, what we'll do is I'm not going to obviously trash these. We'll just put them on the side.
We'll have to
Okay.
do that, something like
no,
that,
we're not
yeah.
going to trash them, no.
Oh, it's a shame.
No, we can't do that. Would be a sin. All right, multimeter. Actually, it's just a box.
Substitution box, that slides open and the cover on the top slides open. It's
Oh,
a
for
cap. It's a cap substitution box.
Substitution box. Any interest? No.
Sencor.
All right.
Caps down in those boxes there.
I don't know if you've seen this miscellaneous